Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest for us today. This has been a long time coming. Rizzo Rules is doing its first interview. And my wonderful guest here is Mike No-Go Zones. Mike, thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
And being on my first ever podcast on YouTube. All right. Actually, we're going to be on other platforms as well, but YouTube is one of them. Rumble is going to be another. So I'd like to give a little bit of a background on what you've done in the past and what you're famous for, okay? So you're an independent journalist and
Right.
YouTube creator that focuses on dangerous neighborhoods in the USA and countries that are considered no-go zones or that aren't tourist friendly. Right, I've seen some of your videos.
Yes, that's one way to
All
put
right,
it.
yeah. So your specialty of expertise is geopolitics. You filmed in countries like Afghanistan, Syria, Ukraine, and Iraq. Some of the more life-changing things you've seen in your travels have been refugee camps for Yazidis in northern Iraq, the nightlife of Erbil, almost getting shot in West Baltimore. Well,
That is
we got to
correct.
cover that, man.
Yeah.
And walking around Kabul. All right, so that's really adventurous compared to your average American who just gets up and goes to work every day. So what made you decide that this is what you wanted to do as, traveling the world and going to these places and exposing yourself to these types of situations?
Well, like I said, first of all, thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I've always liked traveling,
Mm-hmm.
but the average person will get their 2 weeks vacation and will go to a resort in Cancun or Punta Cana, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to always go a little further, like different countries, places that people don't go to. I've always liked maps, even as a kid. I always liked looking at globes, maps, things like that. Geography nerd all the way. And I guess you can say what kind of inspired this whole thing was the passing of Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, wow.
Because he was the first travel blogger or writer, if you want to call him that, because he didn't just do the average travel shows where they go to like Italy and they do the gondola ride in Venice.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. But he'd go to like the favelas of Brazil. He did go to like the Congo, places like that.
Yeah.
And I go, wow, that's amazing. And then when he's no longer with us, so I said, damn, what better way to keep that going than to do it yourself?
Wow. Wow.
And also, if I can be brutally honest, if you look at any type of travel on social media,
Right.
there's literally like thousands and thousands and thousands of content creators all over the place. Pick whatever. You got to find a niche if you want to like break through. And I figure if I just focus on places that are like off of the beaten path or considered dangerous, that'll be my niche.
Well, you certainly hit your mark.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I've seen, I followed you on YouTube and on TikTok, and some of the places that you've gone to, I mean, especially recently,
Yeah.
have been, a little bit dangerous, so to speak. So, what was your first trip though? Where did you first go when you decided that you were starting off on this journey?
The web series?
Yes.
It was local, Opalaka. By the way, I'm based in Miami, and Opalaka was the very first video I ever did. Opalaka is a suburb of Miami, but it's like considered one of the most dangerous areas of Miami.
Why is that?
Very high crime. It used to be kind of industrial. Like a lot of heavy industries in our country, they left. A lot of broken families there, and not much to do locally. So I figured let's explore that neighborhood, and I did. And I'll admit, first video I ever produced was kind of crude, and I didn't know how to do it. So if people watch it now, it's kind of amateurish, but as you go along, you get better and better.
Right.
That was my very first video. My very first time I did an international video, Syria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, talk about going in head first in the deep end. You know?
That's like night and day, Opalaka in Syria. So
Yeah.
how did you get into Syria? How did you accomplish that? I mean, there's really no way direct flights
No.
from the United States into Syria, and it was.
No.
I mean, they've been an adversary of the United States for so long.
You know what? It's a shame Syria was considered an adversary because the government that was there at the time, their mistake was aligning themselves with Russia, Iran, and all these places. But okay, I'm going to say my hot take, and might get some people upset. I think deposing him was a big mistake because as brutal as he was very secular. He kept that country together.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was very secular. You could go out at night. Religion was not enforced. He had a lot of respect for the Christian minority, for the Druze, and all the different religions in Syria. And the guy that's there now used to be in Al Qaeda.
Oh, wow.
You think that? Do you think that's a positive step? I mean, if you do, go. So be it. But I don't. I'm not a fan of Al Qaeda, and I think most Americans, most people in the West, don't want to see a guy like that. He's claiming now he's changed. His name's, by the way, is Ahmed al-Shara. That's his name. He says he's a changed man.
Really? Really?
The jury's still out. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. You know what? I'll be fair. We'll give him a chance. But and he had a meeting with Trump, so he says he's changed.
I've seen some videos that have come out of Syria, and for those of you who don't know, I'm a veteran. I'm involved in dialogue with quite a few veteran groups online, and some of the videos that I've seen, there are extremist groups, Muslim extremist groups, actually exterminating Christians in Syria, where that didn't happen before.
This is the thing. The previous dictator, Bashar al-Assad, hated ISIS more than we did.
Oh, really?
He hated
that's surprising.
Because he's a member of the, Bashar al-Assad is a member of the Alawite religion.
Okay.
I'm not a theologian, especially not on Eastern religions or Islamic religions, but the Alawites are a minority in Syria, and they're considered heretics by the ISIS and the Al-Qaedas and all those groups. They're considered heretics.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know all the inner workings, but I do know that the Alawites were allowed to drink wine, which kind of goes against the Quran and all that. But that's on them. I'll let I think a theologian would explain all the inner workings, like how they're different. But from what I've understood, the Alawites were a persecuted minority.
Wow.
Forever. As it happens, they came to power, and then he kind of persecuted everyone else. So that's how. Well, anyway, back to answer your question. How did I wind up there?
Right.
Okay. I came across a video called Traveling the Unknown, and it's run by a British guy named Xavier. And I'm seeing this British guy, young kid, doing tours all over Syria. And I go, and he's well-spoken, knew his way around. He speaks Arabic fluently. And I'm like, how the hell does this young guy organize tours throughout Syria, and he's from England?
Wow.
I had to meet him, so I actually reached out to him.
Oh, cool.
I reached out to him.
How did that turn out?
I said, how are you doing this? And he goes, well, I'm watching your video now on your work in the inner cities. How are you doing this? He told me his life story. He is British, English, but he grew up in the Middle East because his parents were, I think his mom was a teacher. She was teaching English. So he knows the culture, he knows the language really well. And he fell in love with Syria because despite the government and all that, there's a lot to offer as far as sightseeing goes. There's a lot of history there. You have the ruins of Palmyra, beautiful churches there. I mean, museums, like you wouldn't believe it. And he wanted to showcase a different side of Syria that we were seeing in the media, that, war, civil ISIS, Al-Qaeda, all these nasty things. So we kept going back and forth on WhatsApp, and he's like, hey, why don't you should film here? And I go, well, how do I get there? He goes, no problem. My agency will handle the visa for you.
Oh, wow.
So it did get approved, which Doesn't happen too often. I got lucky. The person he was working with, I guess, pulled some strings, and she got the visa approved.
Wow.
Now, the logistics, how to get to Syria.
Excuse me.
Flight from Miami to Istanbul. Istanbul to Beirut,
Beirut. Oh my
Lebanon.
God.
Country, it was one of my favorite countries, by the way. From Beirut, Lebanon, you take a bus over the border, and you reach Damascus in about 2.5 hours, 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay.
You're in Damascus.
So that's pretty close from
Yeah,
Lebanon.
yeah. And what I was saying, Lebanon, by the way, fantastic place. I love Lebanon.
Well, it used to be called what I think what is it, the Paris of
Yes.
Beirut was the Paris of the Middle East. Or
It
something
was.
Like that.
It was. Then the Civil War kind of ruined it. And then they had that explosion go off not too long ago. It's just a shame that they had a lot of bad luck in their history, but it's a fantastic place. The Pope Leo was just there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up on Google, and you'll see like the amount of people that attended his masses.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely have to check that out.
Yeah.
So, how difficult was it to cross from Lebanon to Syria? I mean, you have the visa.
Yeah.
But just because you have the visa doesn't necessarily mean it was an easy go.
It's funny you asked that because we get to the border, and I was in a tour group, by the way. It wasn't just me. And they were going through everyone's paperwork and this and that, and then my turn. They handed my passport, everything's set. And I even had a letter. I do have a day job still, and it's for an internet provider.
Uh-huh.
So they see that, technician, internet provider, and the guy starts questioning, like, what's this? He thought I was there to, like, a spy maybe? I don't know. And thank God Zavi, who speaks fluent Arabic, I don't speak a lick of Arabic, and he gets there and he starts like, hey, start raising voices a little bit and this and that, and then he's showing him my work. Let's see, he's just a regular guy, don't worry, this and that. And after a little bit of hemming and hawing and all that, all right, fine, they stamped it. I saw the guy go stamp it, boom, you're in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it got a little bit scary
it
there
was
for a second.
yeah, it was just funny though, because it was a group, and everyone else, just look, passport stamp, until they got to me.
Maybe it's because you were American.
There was another American in my group.
And they let him go.
Yeah, and get this, he was a chemical engineer by trade.
Okay.
And no problem.
No problems.
Waltzed right in, and I'm the last guy in the group, and we're kind of
They can create explosives, but you're the internet provider guy. And
yeah, it's kind of, go figure. But anyway, it was only like 5 minutes of just going back and forth. And so, yeah, I got in, and eventually we got in, there was just normal.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
great, man. So when you got to Syria, what were your expectations actually walking out amongst the public when you first got there?
I was like a blank slate. I didn't realize how friendly everybody would be. That was a big shock. And when they found out, oh, where are you visiting from other states? Wow, hey, what are you doing here, Big surprise how lively the nightlife was in Damascus.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we went on a pub crawl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
That's
fun.
not something you hear about,
When you
the
think of
Damascus pub crawl.
chop heading, the head chopping, and the guys with the black and the sword,
Right.
Like I said earlier, the regime, the Bashar al-Assad regime, is secular. They encouraged that behavior. They wanted people to go out and have fun.
Wow. That's something that was kept completely away from us
Absolutely.
on the media for decades.
Of course, because he was known to be, he's anti-Western. They actually produced their own wine, their own beer. It's called Afamia, by the way. Excellent beer.
Wow. I got to try that out.
It's hard to get. And now the current guy,
It's almost impossible to get now.
yeah,
right?
no, well, I don't know if he's going to allow it. I mean, who knows? I mean, if anyone in the audience here knows if the bars are still open, hey, by all means, throw in a comment. But that's the thing. The regime that we helped overthrow was probably the most secular government in the Middle East.
Well, and which is probably not now.
No, correct.
So you went from Syria. What was it? How long was it between Syria and your next excursion? Your next jump
It's probably close to a year because the thing is, doing these trips internationally, it's not cheap.
Right.
And it's you want to find also the right group of people to go with. And after that, I think my next trip was to Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, these are not the places where you take like your girlfriend, your wife on vacation. There are no resorts at these places, all
Nope.
right? Mike is a trained professional. Oh.
Yeah.
Now he is, at least anyway. So it's Afghanistan was your next stop.
Yeah.
What made you, like, out of all the countries, there's like, what, 190 countries
About, yeah.
on the planet approximately? What made you choose Afghanistan when you could have chosen any other country on the face of the
Okay,
earth?
it's funny you asked that. Okay, it was kind of, I'm going to reference an acquaintance of mine. His name's Mark Zolo, the Naughty Nomad. That's his handle on social media and on YouTube and all that. He's a travel writer, and his adventures are, if you ever read his book, not for the faint of heart. We followed each other on social media, and he actually posted one day, hey, I've been all over the world, but I haven't been to Afghanistan yet.
Yet.
Who's in? And I wrote to him, I'm in, sign me up. So, and he was like, cool. And he goes, all right, so it's supposed to be me, him, a journalist friend of him's named Nick, and one of his buddies from Ireland. He's Irish, by the way. So it's going to be four of us. And the plan was, they were doing Pakistan before going to Afghanistan. Their plan was to get the visa in Islamabad and to cross over, and they were going to meet me in Kabul. I got my visa approved very quickly, being American. Mind you, if I could add something, this is before the Taliban took over. This is under the previous regime of Ashraf Ghani, when the country was still a republic. And, they had the embassy in D.C., so I sent my passport to them, got my visa approved like that.
Really?
Very quickly. I had it back in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Because I had all my paperwork in order. So I remember telling guys, I got my visa approved. What about you? And they're like, well, we're going to get it in Islamabad because we're going to be touring Pakistan together. So they did it that way. Until, and this is where things get really wild. So I'm on my way to Afghanistan. So again, Miami to Istanbul, Istanbul to Kabul.
Wow, that's a long trip, man.
Tell me about it. So I'm in the air for almost a day. I land in Istanbul, and I got to lay over for a few hours. And I get a whole bunch of messages. My phone is blowing up with messages. And Mark's like, bro, I got some bad news. Our visas got denied. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep trying. And
oh, my God.
Because they're not American. They're Irish and New Zealand. That's what was their nationalities. And what happened was that they needed some kind of letter from like their embassies to get the visa. And I forgot what it's called. Some kind of, I don't know. Just denied. So here I am on a flight to Kabul, and the guys I'm supposed to meet aren't going to be there.
Oh, wow. So you're on your own.
I'm on my own. And so I finally land in Kabul, and again, my phone's blowing up. We're going back and forth. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry. We don't know what to do. They're like, we're stuck. And I go, maybe you can meet us in Pakistan. Okay. Now, these countries, it's not like Europe where you just like go to, take a flight. You need visas for each of these countries. And I actually looked up the Pakistan visa page. I'm on their website, and it says, yeah, we'll get your visa to Pakistan, but you got to get it back in the States. I'm not going to fly back again. No way.
Wow.
I'm already there. So what do? I'm like, well, I got two options. I either hide under my bed and wait it out, or I go out and explore.
Okay.
And that's what I did. And the video actually turned out to be good.
I've heard many stories, all right, from a lot of veterans who have served in Afghanistan. I'm going to tell you just basically what they thought of it. They thought it was like stepping back into the 9th century.
Yeah.
And there's crazy stories about that too. And I found it surprising. Like this one gentleman said that they had a drought in a town, and he wound up handing a bottle of water to a little girl. And instead of drinking it, she poured it out and was playing with the bottle.
Oh,
She was
jeez.
more interested in playing with the bottle
Oh God.
than drinking the water in it. And another group of soldiers came across. They're, I guess, out in the boonies somewhere, and these Afghanis used to hear explosions all the time. And it was explained to these guys that the Afghanis thought that there were dragons in the mountains and that the Americans were there to battle the dragons
Wow.
that lived in the mountains.
What a story.
Yeah, and I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Really, dragons in the mountains? And then they came across another group of people who were completely cut off for a long time, that they actually thought that we were the Soviets, that they didn't even realize that, you know, the Soviets had left, or that they had left and they had come back somehow. But they thought initially, when they saw us in the distance, they thought, oh, those are the Soviets. But when we came closer, they noticed that they were Americans.
Right.
Like, there's all these crazy stories out there about this stuff. And not every story's been told. And every time I hear one of these stories, it blows my mind at how cut off
Oh yeah.
the Afghan country is. And that's country in the loosest of terms.
Yes, that's right.
So what was your, I guess, your realization, not even your takeaway, but your realization walking into, like, I guess, Kabul for the first time and your first encounters with people?
Very friendly, believe it or not. And what noticed me is the amount of butcher shops I saw everywhere.
Really?
Like literally, like you driving down, like you see the lamb, like they just slaughtered the lamb and all that, and they leave it out there so you could see it. Everywhere you looked, like lamb and all this. It was insane. Chicken, like they take the animals. It's not like here where you go to the grocery store and you get it's all packaged.
Right.
Oh no. When you buy meat, it's there, like right off the hook. That thing was probably alive like an hour ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the food is good.
Okay. All right.
Because when you eat lamb or steak, whatever, any kind of meat, you knew that thing was walking around like the day before.
Right, right.
Not like here where we freeze.
There's no refrigeration in
Pretty
Afghanistan.
much. Well, there is, but they haven't reached that stage where they're packaging and all that
Right.
stuff. So food was good. And due to the lack of alcohol, they drink a lot of milkshakes.
Seriously?
Everywhere I went, milkshakes. And because I guess, you got to find some joy. And for them,
That's their thing.
that's their thing, milkshakes.
Okay.
And a lot of pomegranate juice, which I like, by the way.
Okay, well, that's
That's more traditional, yeah.
Yeah, that's healthy stuff. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Tastes good, but milkshakes. you
Yeah,
never
everywhere I
think-
went, everywhere
You
I
never,
went.
you can never like equate Afghanistan with milkshakes.
So
Taliban and milkshakes.
it's hilarious, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And a lot of tea, obviously.
Of course.
And my first night there, since I said there's no nightlife, luckily my hotel had a hookah lounge.
Okay.
So I go, well, I got to go check it out. I mean, it's what
And
you
how
call-
was that?
It was cool. Of course, they start serving me tea, so I'm drinking all this tea. And like an idiot, I didn't realize how much caffeine all this tea had. So I'm drinking like on my third cup of tea. Well, because you're just sitting there,
Right, right.
And
And you're wired, right?
I couldn't go to sleep that night.
Oh, wow.
I luckily I had Netflix in my room. And I just like watched, knocked out.
Doing push-ups.
Yeah,
jacks.
I was like, I can't fall asleep, and I was like, oh
that's
my God,
funny.
I can't believe I drank all this tea with all this caffeine. So my first night, I barely slept because of that.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So the tea is also stronger over there than you.
Yeah.
It's not Lipton.
No, it's no Lipton. It's it's drunk a lot. They drink a lot of it there.
So how hard was it traveling through the countryside, knowing that the Taliban was out there? Were they near Kabul? Were they on the outskirts? Or how often did they come into like range of civilization?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't have a chance to go to the countryside. I was stuck in Kabul because the Taliban were marching in.
Okay.
This is months before the Taliban took over the country. They took over in August of 2021. I was there in March of 2021.
Wow.
So they were just a few months away. I wanted to go to Bamyan. Bagram's the Air Force Base. But
Right.
Bamyan is where they have the famous Buddha statues.
Oh, wow. The ones
And-
they blew up.
The ones they blew up, but you can still see like the owl, like a silhouette of it. And I've also been told that region, Afghanistan, is considered the most progressive, if there's a word for that, if you want to, for Afghanistan. So I was going to take a bus there.
Okay.
And I went to the front. By the way, shout out to the people at the hotel. Very, really cool. I tell them, hey, how do I catch a bus to Bamyan? And they're like, no, don't go. Like, the Taliban is they're manning all the roads with checkpoints. They're going to see you, ask for ID, and that's it. It's over. They're going to hold you, take you prisoner. So they go, please just stay in Kabul. I mean, it's a big city. There's plenty to walk around and do. But so, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to go to Bamyan or Mazar-e Sharif or Herat. Kandahar was definitely off limits. Just in case people are wondering, Kandahar is like the heartland of the Taliban.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kandahar.
Okay.
It's where they were born.
Okay.
And another thing about the Taliban that a lot of people don't realize that they're very, it's dominated by the Pashtun tribes.
Okay.
Now, Afghanistan is kind of weird. Well, not weird, but it's very tribal. You have the Pashtuns, who form a plurality, not really a majority, a plurality there. You have the Uzbeks, the Tajiks, and the Hazaras, the Pamirs. So you have all these different tribes living there.
But the Taliban's the ones who are the strong arm
Right,
guys.
because they got the numbers.
Okay.
Because they're Pashtun. That's kind of like their creed, too. They preach extremist form of religion, but they also preach Pashtun supremacy over the other ethnic groups.
Oh, wow.
There.
Okay.
And to make things even more complicated, the Taliban are Sunni extremists, and they belong to the Deobandi school of thought in Islam. All right, I know, I'm getting...
That's deep, man.
Okay, yeah.
That's really deep.
Deobandi. So they're not Wahhabis,
Okay.
which is Al-Qaeda and ISIS.
Okay.
They're Deobandi.
So they don't really like Al-Qaeda and ISIS
but
at all.
That's the irony of the whole thing. So they belong to the Deobandi school of thought. Again, I'm not a theologian, so don't ask me any details. The Taliban are very mean. There's a religious minority there called the Hazaras. They practice Shia Islam, not Sunni, which is like a different branch. Like, in our religion, we have Catholics, Orthodox, Jehovah's Witnesses.
But the Shia and the Sunnis don't like each other at all either.
Yeah, especially not there. Now, the Taliban, in the past, they just totally picked on them, and they're known to, slaughter them.
Oh, wow.
But I guess because now they know the whole world is watching them, they've kind of backed off. They're kind of like just leaving them alone. Because now, when the Taliban were in their heyday in the 90s, there were no smartphones. The internet wasn't all that. Everyone has a smartphone.
Okay.
So, even there. So now the Taliban, I don't want to even give them credit because it's not like they've lightened up their attitude, but they kind of know that the world is watching them. So they are now savvier. That's the right word. We're more savvy in how they run things.
Okay. So because they need things from other people.
That, and also they're trying to, they actually realize that with social media, they can kind of like win people over a bit. I'll tell you what they do. Lately, and I've spoken out against this, a lot of influencers, travel influencers, they're going to Afghanistan, and the Taliban is actually like showing them the red carpet. Oh yeah, please come on in.
Oh, wow.
What do you want to do? We'll comp you dinner. We'll comp your hotel room. We're getting comped all over the place. Oh, do you need a private tour? And serving them tea, whatever. Oh, do you want? Oh, we got good lamb up here,
Okay.
And they'll comp them and they'll treat them like king, like guests, like royal guests. And the influencers, what they do is, oh, here I am, with their phone out. Here I am with the Taliban, and they're not as bad as they make it out to be. And they're doing, and you know what? They're winning people over.
That's great. But they're winning naive people over. I mean, and it's unfortunate, man, because there's, a lot of guys who serve there who know, and a lot of people who just generally had work there, or there was a chef, I think, that had tried to open up a restaurant in the southern part of Afghanistan too.
Kidding?
Yeah, and it was a woman.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, and she was very well known, and she had to leave. And but there are a lot of people who have seen the atrocities and the most horrible nature of the Taliban, and they're no joke.
No.
I just recently spoke to somebody who's Pakistani and had traveled back and forth from Pakistan and said the Pakistanis are now at war unofficially with the Taliban. And they hate each other. And they're fighting across the border. It's not being reported or nothing.
Nope.
But the Pakistanis want them eliminated because it
Yeah.
causes them so many problems.
Well, at one point, there were 2 million Afghan refugees living in Pakistan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, Pakistan's not a wealthy country.
Right.
They have trouble with their own population. And now you have 2 million refugees living there. And many of unfortunately, you had a lot of bad apples there, too, because there were, and also, I could backtrack a little bit, there's something called the Pakistan Taliban. Like they have a
Really?
brand, like how we have franchises here.
Yeah.
They the Taliban set up among the Pashtun population in Pakistan, they set up another Taliban there. And the rest of the Pakistan don't want that. They want to get rid of them. So that's why massive deportations are going on right now.
Wow.
They're sending them back. So you do feel bad for the ones that are good that aren't doing anything wrong, but unfortunately, for the Pakistan people, they're like, hey, listen, we got to take care of ourselves first.
Right.
We can't house these 2 million people.
Right.
It's just a shame overall because, the vast majority of them are just trying to live.
Right.
But,
So were there any like really cool places that you went to that are there? Everybody thinks of Kabul as like this backwater city. I guess like if you're a Star Wars fan, it's the equivalent to Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley, the Tatooine, yeah,
right.
yeah.
But is there like any cool things that you saw there, like that you were in awe of? That while you were at that
I
city?
visited this one Shia mosque. It was gorgeous. The architecture was incredible. I forgot the name of it, but if you watch my Kabul video, you'll see it. The museum. I went to the National Museum. It was really cool.
Oh, they have a museum.
Yeah, they had a museum. I got to see all the swords and weapons from old times.
Wow.
That was cool.
Okay.
I saw the Christian cemetery.
It's a Christian cemetery.
Well, this is what happened. When the British were there, a lot of them they never really colonized Afghanistan. No one could. No one can colonize Afghanistan.
Right.
There was a lot of war dead. And they actually buried them in a separate cemetery from the vast majority of people that are Muslims, so they had their own cemetery. And it's called the Christian Cemetery, which is made up of British soldiers from back in not recent, but from back in the day.
Wow.
To bury them, and it's there. I got to see. I didn't get to go inside, but I saw the outside of it.
Wow, that's something you don't hear about every day either.
No.
There's a lot of history that you're uncovering while you're going and doing these things that your average American would never even think. Well, they wouldn't know, first of all, because it's not taught in schools. And they would never even think of even trying to look for it because they don't even know.
No.
A lot of people don't know that Great Britain was there as a military and political force for, a certain amount of time. And just like every other empire had to leave because of,
Correct.
Negative outcomes, so to speak. So that's amazing, man.
Like I said, the food wasn't too bad. Food was good. Biryanis, the rice, the chicken, all that stuff. The kebabs were great. No nightlife. No
life. No dancing.
No pub crawl.
No music.
No, none of that. No concerts.
Right.
No, none of that.
So how about like you also went to Iraq? Because I've seen your videos. What was Iraq? Well, from what some Americans don't understand is Iraq next to Afghanistan is a technological marvel. Okay,
Yes,
it is they have developed cities and culture and nightlife and music. They are not a third world country compared to Afghanistan. They're actually considered very developed.
Yeah, it was.
Compared to Afghanistan. So what do you think are the big differences that you saw between Iraq and Afghanistan?
In Iraq, more people speak English fluently. I was shocked at how many people spoke really, not broken, fluently. That was a nice surprise.
Okay.
Now, I think also it's because Iraq was, when they were carving up the Middle East, I think it was a British protectorate for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't know for how many years, and I think maybe that influenced them to pick up English. And, they had shopping malls, they had, Baghdad does have a tiny nightlife.
Really?
Yeah, I tried the local beer.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Not the best.
Not the best.
But it was there.
Okay.
I'm not going to go to a pub in Baghdad and ask for
Syria's beer was better than...
way better.
Okay.
Way better. It's called Farida, by the way.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for it.
I will, and we'll see what happens. I'll try a bottle and see whether or not it's as bad as you say it is.
You know, you're not going to travel all the way there and get a Budweiser,
Right,
or a
right.
Heineken, because you get that here.
So with now the Iraqi situation is also very complex.
Correct.
Because you have the Kurds to the north, you have Sunni, you have Shia. All right. Politically, you had the former Ba'ath Party, which now is converted into something else. So a lot of people don't understand too that the Kurds in the north are semi-independent.
Correct.
And they live under the Iraqi umbrella, but they govern themselves.
That is correct.
So how does that work out? I mean, you went to Erbil, right?
Erbil, yeah.
Erbil.
Erbil.
So how did that work out?
Well, the thing is, if you go to Baghdad, which is Iraq proper, and you fly to Erbil, you're getting your passport stamped again.
Oh, wow, okay.
What you get on your passport is totally different stamp. And if you try to cross improperly, you kind of can't.
Okay.
It's kind of like a border. It's not official, but they act it like it's a border.
Okay. So what was... You also... Okay, besides going to these amazing places, all right, you've been to Iraq, you've been to Afghanistan. When we were talking offline before, we were talking about how Henry Rollins had described that the most dangerous place, and he was also doing some traveling, that the most dangerous place that he found was L.A. in his travels. I mean, did you find your stays in the United States more dangerous here, or did you find it more disconcerting, and did you have, did you feel more uncomfortable being in Afghanistan and Iraq?
That's the irony in what I've discovered. Street crime like we have here, it's not that prevalent in a place like Baghdad. What you have there is political violence, sectarian violence. And if you're not involved in the politics there, you're pretty safe. Because there's no... Street crime there is... I'm sure it exists. But it's not like we have the, go to Compton, or,
right.
But so the only time I had my life actually threatened was in Baltimore, of all places.
So tell me about that. What happened?
Well, it was a Monday morning. I'll never forget. I was going to get breakfast. So I figured, let me take my camera and document, do a little filming. It was actually a diner close to where I was staying, about 5 blocks away. All right, fine. I'm walking down the street. Now, mind you, it's cold out. Leather jacket, baseball cap on, sunglasses. And I guess if you had to do central casting for an undercover cop.
That's what you look like.
That's what I look like.
Unfortunately.
So mind you, it's 8 in the morning. So I figured, hey, what's going to happen at 8 in the morning? So I'm walking with my camera, dilly-dallying along. I turn a corner, and there's a drug deal going on.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Which I found strange. It's kind of early on a Monday. I always thought the purpose of that, if you're going to go in that line of work, is that you get up at noon and roll out of bed. So I got to give shout out to them for being so diligent and being up early.
Well, the entrepreneurs.
There you go. It's a 24/7 operation.
Right.
So they see me. They weren't happy to see me, I was sure. And I didn't know what to say. And like an idiot, I'm like, good morning. And I just kept walking. And I'm hearing like, wait, hey, what the hell? I think they're just more shocked. And I'm hearing all this screaming and yelling. I'm thinking, if I turn around, I'm dead. So I just keep walking. And I see the diner. Oh, there it is. Finally, I see the diner. And like a block away, I see this SUV pull up. And this guy gets out in a black trench coat, shaved head. You could tell, like Shaft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, hey, boy, shut that camera off right now.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, yes, sir. He's like, what the hell are you doing here? I could tell this is the guy that runs the neighborhood. You could tell just by his watch. It was a Rolex. I mean,
okay.
Like
that pretty much gave it away.
Yeah, like probably the ones that go for over 50,000. So I'm like, oh boy, here he's the boss. He confronted me and asked me, what the hell are you doing here? And I explained to him. Luckily, I had business cards with me, and I handed it to him. I go, here you go, sir, like that. And he's like, are you for real? And I go, yeah. He goes, I'm gonna see if you're lying. He pulls out his phone. He looks me up.
Wow.
And he's like, son of a bitch. He goes, we thought you were a cop.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, I was, he's probably ready to give the order, And he's like, so what brings you? Are you going to the diner? I go, yeah, I'm going to the diner. I'm going to get my breakfast. He's like, well, go.
Okay.
He's like, but you're going to delete all this? Oh, absolutely. I figure he has my name. He has all my information
Right.
on his business card. So of course that was all deleted, and the little bit I caught was pixelated.
Okay.
But yeah, and I was like, I like saw my life flash before my eyes for a second.
That
is weird. It is a weird experience, but I finally get to the diner. I sat at that diner with my head like this for like a good 10 minutes
Wow.
before I even ordered.
I don't know, man.
And well, then I got my breakfast, and I go, I think it's time for me to go. That was my last day there, and I didn't walk back that way to where I was staying. I took an Uber ride. And after that, I packed up and went to the airport.
You probably should have taken an Uber to the diner.
In hindsight, yes, I should have, but as fate have it, yeah. So that was, after that experience, I learned a valuable lesson. When you go into some hoods, either have a good idea what's going on or have a local take you around.
Okay.
That way, it helps, he can tell the people, hey, listen, some guy's going to walk through with a camera talking to people. Don't mind him. So ever since that experience, the amount of videos I've done in the United States has kind of decreased because, I need a contact now.
Right. So it's actually safer overseas to go walking around the neighborhoods and filming people, but here in the United States, it's not. So,
ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy. So you just recently, I saw like some of your most recent videos about Miami.
Yes.
And you were in the hood.
Yes.
All right. And you were at this shady hotel.
My God, yeah.
So tell the audience what happened for the first time ever.
Yes. Okay, there's an area of Miami called Brownsville. And similar to the Brownsville we have in Brooklyn, New York,
Right.
it's not a good place. It's probably one of the worst parts of Miami. And there's a street that goes right down the hood. It's called Northwest 27th Avenue. That's like the main artery for this part of town. And on that street, there's a motel, which is a hub of prostitution, drug dealing. God, no, I can only imagine. I'm sure if you wanted to like hide a body, you could probably do it there. And I figured, what better way to capture the flavor of this neighborhood than to spend the night there and capture what's going on? Because this place is shady as hell. And what I did was I booked a room. It wasn't even a front desk. It was like a window, like at those liquor stores you see in the hood where the plexiglass is this thick.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it was. It was like a window. And I go, I'd like a room, please. She goes, for how many hours? I go, no, I'm just spending the night. Gives me the keys. Now here's why red flag. When you hand your credit card and she goes, I need ID. Okay, hand the ID. She goes, I'm keeping this until you check out. Who does that?
Nobody.
I stayed in hotels all over the world. I've handed my passport, whatever. They look at it, they sometimes notate it, and they give it back to you.
Right.
That wasn't the case. She goes, I keep this.
Okay.
So I'm taking it. That's red flag. All right, fine, whatever. I want to get some content for the video. So I go to my room, drive around. It's a motel, so you drive up to your room. Just the vibe there. Shady, sketchy, and it was just a bad energy there.
Well,
really.
this is what you were asking for.
No, true. If you follow me on TikTok, I filmed a clip of me like going into my room, and you hear me like criticizing it. And first of all, it smelled like an ashtray.
Okay.
Horrendous. Horrendous. It smelled like an ashtray. And I'm showing the room. Skeevy as hell. My plan was I brought a sleeping bag with me, put it over the sheets and my own pillow. That way I'm not making contact with anything there.
Right.
Because it was just sketchy as hell. No Wi-Fi, no TV, mirror above the bed.
Well, you know what the hotel rooms are used for.
Yeah. It's mirror looked disgusting, by the way. But I'm like, well, so I put my things, get accommodated, So I grabbed my camera, time to walk around the motel. So I'm walking, and amazingly, I see a security guard riding his little golf cart around the whole complex. It was actually kind of a large complex.
Okay.
And he sees me. He starts screaming at me. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm walking around. What's the deal? He's like, there's no walking around here. Okay. And then he sees the camera, and he starts screaming, what are you filming? What are you doing here? I'm like, I just kept saying, like, what's the problem? He goes, you go back to your room. It's for your own safety.
Okay.
Yeah, another red flag.
Yeah, how many red flags are you getting
Oh,
here?
my God. So, yeah, I'm thinking, oh, my God. So the way he screamed and yelled.
He probably drew a lot of attention.
Yeah, and then I was like, so how do I leave? Like, I wanted to get something to eat, too.
Mm-hmm.
You have to drive to go in. There's nowhere to eat around it. You have to, like, go to a Burger King or something like that, like 10 minutes away. So I'm thinking, all right, let me go back to the room. Let me get something to eat real quick and compose my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go. Now, mind you, I'm driving without my license because it's still at the front desk. So I come back. I go back to the room. And by the entrance of the motel, I'm seeing all the streetwalkers congregating there. And I'm seeing trucks, like guys just coming in. I couldn't film this because they already screamed at me already. And so, all right, let me try one more time to film again. Push my luck. Try it again. I'm walking around. This time he came up, like right up to me. He's like, that's it. You're out of here. You got to go. You cannot be, you can't, you know what? And I don't want to pick your battles wisely.
Right.
I just cut your losses. I got enough material
And
recorded.
you got up and headed out of Dodge.
Oh, my God. And I recorded. It's on the TikTok video, too. And it was kind of weird. I go back up to the front desk, like, wait, I have my license. And I go, hi, I'm checking out. And she's like, oh, okay. Handed it back. They didn't return my money, whatever. Again.
That's fine.
Pick your that's fine. You know what? I'll eat the cost. Not a big deal.
How much does that thing cost anyway?
I think it was like $100 for the whole night.
For the whole night, $100.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say you got off easy. It's a small price to pay, right?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But more than that, it was just a bad energy there. I have a feeling, I'm pretty sure that if I would have spent the night there, if I would have slept there, my car probably would have been destroyed. Or they probably would have someone would have forced their way in. And
Probably.
yeah, and the thing is, it's easy, like, let's say you end someone's life there, unalive someone there. I mean, probably put a needle next to you. Oh, well, he must have overdosed,
Wow.
Why take that risk?
Exactly.
And I just had I don't want to say a sixth sense, because I knew something bad was going to happen if I would have spent the night there.
So something saved you.
Yeah, I had a voice tell me, like, yeah, get out. And I did.
Well,
I haven't had that feeling in a long time.
Well, the last feeling probably was Baltimore, right?
Yeah, that was the last time.
And if I'm not wrong, you what are the other places that you say? Chicago, the Bronx,
New Orleans,
New Orleans,
the lower Ninth Ward where it got flooded.
Okay, how is that? Like, I know, I have a friend who's a contractor during the hurricane that hit a long time ago, and he was sent by himself, dropped from a helicopter, all right, to go and secure, I guess it was an electrical power station, right? And his story was, he's dressed all in black, okay? He's armed to the teeth, because there's no law enforcement, there's no
It was
nothing.
anarchy back then.
And he said that the jails were emptied out. And he said as he's walking, and he says it's not even streets, he's walking over rubble. And he sees in the distance there's a group of guys. And he says they're armed, but not with guns. He's like, they got stuff in their hands. And he knew they were convicts. He says they saw him, he saw them, and he stopped for a second, and then they just decided to keep on going.
Keep moving. Wow.
Right? And he said he had no problems. After that, he was like, at one point he was saying, am I going to engage? What's going to happen here? And he said, I would have had no problems. He said, they would not have existed after that moment in time, because he was armed to the teeth. He was like, these guys had nothing. So But he went and he secured the electrical station like he was told to do. Um, but he said it was just horrendous, and the um, other experiences that I had a friend of mine who was a cop also down there that he told me stories. He spent 5 years as a cop in New Orleans, and he said and he's from New York, and he was thinking, I'll become
Right,
a
no
cop
big
in
deal,
New
yeah.
York, a cop in New Orleans, and everything will be okay. And no, it wasn't, because the stuff that happened down there, he goes, he was like, Riz, you don't know until you know.
Sure.
You don't know until you see it with your own eyes. And he goes, and then it's unbelievable. And he quit after 5 years. He's like,
No
I
kidding.
can't take it. Yeah.
Wow.
So, like the North, the Ninth Ward is really bad, okay, to say the least. And, ladies and gentlemen, New Orleans, beautiful city from what I understand. So this is not all of New Orleans, okay? It's just a particular area and also a particular time that all this stuff was happening. So I'm sure they still have their problems now.
Oh,
but-
absolutely. I was lucky filming there. Everybody's really cool about it. I talked to a lot of locals there. They're like, oh, yeah, things are getting better. They've done a lot of construction there. New homes that are supposedly green friendly and all that. And I heard there was some problems, of course, with the construction of the new homes. A lot of them are raised,
Okay.
like raised up, just in case it ever floods again, obvious reasons. But everybody's, strangely, everybody's really nice there.
Yeah, the people of Louisiana, I served with a few people from Louisiana,
Yeah.
and they're really great people.
Believe it or not, south side of Chicago, when I filmed there, no problems at
No
all.
problems at all?
No,
None?
none. Everybody,
Okay.
again,
How
friendly.
about the Bronx?
Again, very friendly. Everybody was cool about
So
it.
Baltimore and Miami are
Yeah.
two places. So you were also in Columbia, right?
Correct.
Okay. So and I'm sure Columbia was great.
Love Columbia.
Yeah.
But I went into the hood
Again.
with
right.
a guy.
You see a pattern here, ladies and gentlemen? He went into the hood.
Yes.
Okay? It's an ongoing theme. This is why Mike is known for what he's doing, right?
But with a guide.
Oh, with a guide this time.
And again, they know I'm not from there. I speak Spanish fluently, by the way, but not like they do.
Okay.
I'm not a native speaker. So I went into Cartagena. Very tourist. All the tourists, go to Cartagena, the cruise ships. But there's some parts of Cartagena that are really rough.
Right.
And my guide warned me. He's like, hey, listen, we're going to a really bad area. Don't be judgmental. You're going to see some guys carrying machetes. Don't worry. Most of it's just for show. Some of the guys in this neighborhood are sicarios.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
which is Spanish for a hitman. That's how they make their living. And he's like, just be cool. And I went in. He took me to a favela. We went in, and yeah, it was rough there. But again, I had to do initiation though. They make a homemade liquor called ñeque. It's like a local ñeque.
Ñeque?
Yeah, it's like a homemade moonshine.
Oh, God.
They go, if you want to come in, you got to pass, to prove your masculinity.
Wow.
Yeah, I drank it. I drank it on camera.
Oh, wow. How many shots you do? One?
No, just one. They
Just
fill it up a glass.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. It was like drinking Bacardi 151. That's what it tastes like. It like evaporates when it hits your tongue.
Really? Wow.
I did it, and they go, well. I go, yeah, it's like gasoline. And they started laughing. Like, all right, come on in. It's like they're, I passed the test.
Okay, good, good.
So then they showed me the view, like, yeah, this is where we live, and it was just like there's no running water in some of these homes. The power is, they rig it from a pole from far away, and they just bring it down. One guy had like a satellite dish. I don't know how.
Oh, wow. So let me ask you this. Throughout all your travels, okay, do you think the United States gets a bad rap as far as, like, from its own citizens? I'm not even talking about from people from around the world, but from its own citizens that you see on TV, some of these college students, some of these people who haven't traveled to these places. Do you think that it's unjust? Do you think that the United States is better than what these people perceive it to be compared to
Absolutely.
some of these other places?
I've traveled to a lot of countries, and coming home is always the greatest feeling. because I know this is. I mean, I'm not just saying because I was born here. I'm saying because I've seen the other side, and there's nothing like coming back to the USA. Nothing. We take so much for granted. For the students that are breaking windows and burning flags, I dare you to spend a week under the rule of Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela or Miguel Diaz-Canel in Cuba. Try it. Go to North Korea, live under that rule, see how you like it. Or the military dictatorship of Egypt, who's an ally of ours, by the way. I think Al-Sisi is his name. Live under his rule. Try criticizing the government there. Try having an anti-government protest in Venezuela. See how that works out for you. Yeah, you'll wind up in, you'll never be heard from again. But here, acting like spoiled brats, screaming and throwing tantrums. Or my favorite are the social justice warriors, writing on their blogs and on their social media from expensive coffee shops, drinking their lattes that cost more than what a person makes in a month in some of these places. I find it the irony, people praising communism and all this crazy ideologies from the comfort of a gourmet, living off daddy's trust fund. Right. I can't wrap my mind around it.
Neither can I. And I've been to quite a few places myself.
Yeah, it's so. I think, listen, I don't have children, but if I was a parent, I would really look into who's educating my kids. Right. I don't think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden it became cool to be like leftist. I mean, you look at the rise of local politicians like AOC. I mean, Bernie Sanders has been around a while, but and then not to get too involved in local politics, the recent election of who in New York City. Right. I'm alarmed because who's voting for these candidates? It's the young, it's the youth. And I would love to show them how other places live under rules like that. And I think they wouldn't last a day.
I'm convinced they wouldn't last a few hours, to tell you the truth. So, Mike, I want to give you an opportunity to plug where you can be seen online. So take it away and tell us where we can find you.
Okay, on YouTube, Mike No-Go Zones. That is where you can see the full-length videos of everything that I do. Now, if you want to watch little clips and photos, Instagram, official Mike No-Go Zones. And on TikTok, it's Mike No-Go Zones 2. Why 2? Because my first TikTok account got banned.
Yeah, go figure, right?
I'll tell you why real quick. I called for the execution of Nicolas Maduro.
Well, I'm sure that there are quite a few people doing the same thing, and you're just one of the only people that got caught.
I did it on a TikTok Live. And the guy hosting it was a Maduro supporter. He ratted me out.
That's great.
If I can give why am I so passionate about Venezuela, a little background. My mom's from Peru. And Peru, South America, a few of her cousins immigrated to, because Venezuela used to be like the paradise. They went there, and I actually used to have relatives in Venezuela, distant ones. I knew who they were, and they're no longer there, because of the insane regime that's been there since Chavez took over. And in my family, we see this guy as a Hitler.
Oh, of course.
I mean, as a monster.
He is. He's absolutely a monster.
We would love nothing more to see a change in the regime, because I would like to go there.
Yeah.
I want to catch a baseball game there. I want to drink the local rum. I want to listen to music. I want to.
Well, hopefully his days are numbered. Hopefully. So from what we're seeing, it's going that way. So Mike, hey, listen, I want to thank you for coming in.
Oh no, really.
All right.
Riz, I mean, this has been great. Thanks. I can't thank you enough for having me on.
Hey, we'll have you back again.
Absolutely.
Right?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, like, follow, subscribe. All right. And we'll get to see you for our next interview, hopefully, coming soon.
As they say in the Middle East, inshallah.
Inshallah. All right. God bless you. God bless America.
God bless America. Thank you.